for those people out there who've been looking for a good motor sailor, this is a step beyond a motor sailor. A really neat boat. Below decks was a surprise. A great boat to take down the waterway. I would get very used to living on and sailing around. And oh, what a way to live. Hi there, this is Captain Q and my old sailing buddy Randy. Join us as we travel hither and yon as we look for some great deals on classic boats and learn a little with each one.
Hey, Captain!
Randy, come on over here, buddy. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Good to see you. Excuse my digit. I had a little issue with the ladder this morning, but I'm glad you're here because we have an answer to a number of our viewers who keep saying, "Where's the motor sailor? Where's the motor sailor?" And you know what we have today? We have a Nauticat 44-foot catch-rigged motor sailor.
What is a motor sailor and how is it different from a sailboat?
Well, motor sailors tend to be a little bit more like motor boats as far as their interiors are concerned. They'll have living rooms as opposed to main saloons, and they'll have lots of deck space sitting areas. The one key item that you tend to see is they'll have generally around the center of the boat a large wheelhouse, if you will, and they will have inside and outside steering. They'll also be set up with very large tankage. This particular boat has 285 gallons of fuel and about 200 gallons of water on board. So with that fuel, combined with her Volvo Penta engine, which you're not going to believe when I show it to you, she could probably have a range of about 900 miles. We've seen the Sea Wind Catch, right? The Allied Sea Wind Catch, 32 feet long. I looked at this boat and I said, it's got a full-length keel, an attached rudder, the aperture. I said, this is a big Sea Wind Catch.
Huh.
It's sort of like on steroids. I want you to come take a look at it. I want you to come on through the forest here.
All right.
And follow me on over.
Oh, Sea Dog's already there.
Oh, Sea Dog is there. Sea Dog doesn't miss a trick. There she is.
Wow.
What do you think about this thing?
Oh yeah, I can see what you mean by the Sea Wind Catch.
Yep, look at that keel. Look at she's just long keel, not really cut away, just slightly. She's also got some other design features that are really kind of interesting. This boat was designed by a Finn, we believe, named Jas Gustafsson in 1974, I think. And they built them for a number of years. This is a 1984, we're told. They're no longer manufactured, but this is a solid, massive boat. Now, let's just look right up here at the bow. We got your nice bow pulpit up here. Look at that. Do you like that or not?
Oh yeah.
I thought you'd like that. It's huge. And it's got a Bruce and a CQR, and those are big. And they're on big rollers. The fabrication for the pulpit itself, big stainless, heavy gauge tubing. That's pretty sweet. And what do we have coming down here to the middle of the bow?
Oh yeah, you got your old friend bobstay.
Our bobstay, right. And that's pretty well bolted into the stem of the boat there, isn't it?
Yep.
While you're there, there's a couple little pieces here that I truly believe in my heart are drains for the anchor locker up on deck. Nice bow thruster, goes right through to the other side, and it's nicely fared into the hull here, so it's going to streamline and push bow water away from it. The bilges are fairly full, coming down like so, and then they fare into a long keel down here that runs, probably, 3/4 of the length of the boat. We've got a transducer for a depth sounder here, and that's been built out on a platform here so it would be straight and aiming straight down. And then we got a little knot-meter propeller here. Interesting thing about this boat is that she got caught in a storm a couple of months ago and got laid up against the dock. You'll see a lot of scratches and dings into the fiberglass, and it was heavy enough that the coaming itself has been split. The damage here is about $37,000. The owner has applied for insurance. He has a $9,000 deductible. They will give him $27,000. Now he can go ahead and fix it, or he'll just say, fine, here's my boat, which is $157,000 right now, and reduce it by $27,000 and say, you can have the boat for $130,000. There is another spot on the starboard side, not from the same storm, because obviously the boat was tied up to the dock on just one side. But if you look right over my head here, you'll see a crack in the glass and some green paint. Where do you think that green paint came from?
I know from experience that's from hitting a green nun.
Yes. And they apparently clocked one somewhere on the delivery up from Virginia when the present owner had the boat brought up after he bought it. That is also in for claim, and that will be taken care of as well. This flare on the bow, we've seen that on air shafts to some degree, but a very minor degree. And when this boat, which weighs about 35,000 pounds, when she plunges into a wave, that's a lot of boat pushing down. It's going to just throw that water, you know, yards away from the boat. And the nice thing about having a motor sailor is that you have enough engine power to drive the displacement hull at hull speed. But in the event that, let's just say, the motor gets sick, then you hoist the sails and sail home. Or if you've just got a nice sailing day period, hoist the rig. And she's well canvassed. She's not under canvas at all.
Is that typical for motor sailors to not have as much canvas?
Yeah, many times the ones you do see, old Sparkman Stevens boats and so forth, they'll be much shorter rigs and really designed as get-home rigs. Look at the nice opening ports here back in the master stateroom. Randy, you asked me what these little silver things are. They look like they might be a breather of some sort, but we'll take a closer look when we get up on deck. We've got a long keel, a really reasonable sized rudder back here, and it's got a major heel plate down here, big bolts going through this extension of the rudder down here. They've left enough space in here to allow the boat to turn. Just a big old 3-bladed prop. It's going to give a ton of power. This boat will punch through any seaway you run into.
That's about the biggest prop we've seen so far.
That is the biggest prop we've seen so far. Now that we're back at the stern, she has a fiberglass swim platform with a ladder right up to the deck, and there's also a telescoping ladder right here that will hang right off the transom. I think we should go topside. I want to show you the interior on this boat.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. We love the subscribers.
Yeah, more subscribers means that we're going to get recommended to more people, and so that helps spread the love and spread the word about old classic boats and what we're doing, so every little bit helps.
Thanks again. Wait, look at the view I've got. I have a complete array of Simrad equipment right here. I have the engine control. This is all I got to do to drive this whole boat.
Front and center.
And like a little knob down here. What's that?
That's going to be your bow thruster.
You got it. So I got the bow thruster, and I've got a single engine control right here underneath this little hood. See that? I've got wing chairs here. Look at this. Wing chairs on either side.
Or one for each grandkid.
Yes, exactly. Grandkids would love this. What an amazing open cockpit space.
Seems like probably a pretty big Dodger enclosure, too.
There's a big bimini here right behind us that's been stripped for the winter. We got the mizzen back here we can control. We have, it looks like 1 or 2 radar units up there. She's really well equipped. We have above deck locker space, which is kind of unusual. Let's see what we've got in here. They've oiled the teak on here just to keep it, there's not a lot on the boat. And here are all your extra dock lines and everything all ready to go and easy to get to. And there's one just like this on the other side.
Does he have lines in it as well?
Would you like to know?
I would like to know. I think
Okay.
probably the viewers would like to know.
I'm going to show the viewers just what we have in here. We have more dock lines on the other side, hoses, different canvas covers for equipment and so forth on the boat. With these raised fantail areas, you run out of storage for fenders and bumpers. And you see them, the bumpers are all tied up all around the boat and everything. It's not very pretty. This is nice. We've got a very busy transom back here, Randy. We've got a gate here that opens up to and shuts down right there to allow you to go swimming. Okay? And in the meantime, nice little teak railing going around here. And you know what this is for, right?
Oh yeah, it's nice.
That's just going to hook onto your motor.
So it's a davit.
A motor davit, if you will, and it will pull up your motor, and you can set it right down on the dinghy below, waiting for it. Major cleats here, just good size, and nice fair leads over on the tow rail there. Now, one thing about this boat, these all originally came with teak decks, and they've got it all recoated with fiberglass and non-skid. There's a nice self-tailing Lumar, right? and that'll take your main sheet. All your control lines are going to come right back here to the helmsman. So it's almost a single-handed yacht, isn't it? I think we should go forward. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Randy, now be careful. There's a couple steps coming down here to get down to the walkways around the wheelhouse. But you'll notice that there is no hand railing in front of me here, which makes it a little perilous, but we do this for our viewers. This is all part of the damage that we showed you earlier alongside the hull down here. It's very sad to see this sort of thing done, but it will be repaired. Notice it's quite easy to walk fore and aft in these waterways. And look, I'm walking right through the shrouds. So the lower shrouds are set inboard, and the major upper shrouds and doubles of them. There's a double set here because they go up to the masthead, and they also go 3/4 of the way up just below the second set of spreaders aloft. A series of Anderson winches and all internal halyards and lines for reefing the main. And there's also a nice boom vang right here. It's a mechanical 4-part version, which is fine. You're not going to do a whole lot of adjustment on this boat. You'll get on a nice reach, set the vang where you want it, and off you go. We have a reaching strut right here on the bow, and that's adjustable. And if you see the holes in it going right up the reaching strut itself, those will allow a pin to lock into it to make it any length you want. Now I'm up in the bow of your ship here, Randy, and I agree with you.
Feels like a ship.
This is like being on the Royal Caribbean lines. Look at the bulwarks up here. 2 feet of bulwarks.
You might even like that bowsprit.
Yes. And look at the chain lockers down here. Those are the lockers we saw that had the drains fitted to them down below. And we got a great big windlass here. Low friends, I think, I'm not certain. But that's got the Wildcat and a line and a drum for the line. There's nothing small or lightweight about this boat at all.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
I hope the boat doesn't tip over with you up there. Randy, what do you think about that up there?
I like it.
I knew you would. Looking aft, you can see where the helmsman's going to be. Just above that blue canvas on top there. And that blue canvas, by the way, is covering a very large hatch, which can be opened to allow fresh air into the boat. But the other neat thing about it, if you ever had to pull the engine out, you can just pull it right up through that hatch. Randy, we just peeled off the canvas on the wheelhouse here, and look at the size of the 3 windows here for visibility. Randy, I'm going to head below and see what we like down there. What do you think?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Randy.
Yeah.
Come on down. I'm here in the wheelhouse. I have a magnificent chart table area right here. And look at the size of the chart table. Look at that. Look at that. You've got all your circuit breakers here, running lights, steaming lights, anchor lights, foredeck lights, blower, TV, stereo, computer, and a horn. Here's your bow thruster again. Here's your single control to drive this boat. Full array of Simrad instruments here. This is all pretty fresh Simrad GPS and radar. You have a VHF right up here overhead with an AIS system. You've got your engine controls and your RPM, your oil pressures and water pressures, water temperatures, and so forth. All your gauges right there. So as helmsman, you're looking straight ahead. Also notice you can swing around a little bit, and there's still some curtains in the way, and the boat's a little disheveled at this point. But look at my visibility. 360 degrees, right? And I can look right out the rear windows as well. So we've got great visibility in here. Once the external canvas is taken down. Now right behind me here is a pretty massive electronic panel. We've got 120 volt section here. There's a Xantrax battery management system, Onan for the generator. Here's all your heavy 110 voltage instruments and your 12 volt as well. We're standing on the engine room right now, and let me just peel this rug up a little bit. Oh, not bad. Okay, when you take a look down there, you're going to see the best engine room ever we have seen. Look at that.
Oh boy.
Look at that Volvo Penta. And that was just replaced, what did they say, not long ago? A few years back.
Yeah, I want to say 2011?
Could be.
Oh my.
You see the generator back there?
I do, yeah.
Nice big Onan.
Yep.
Look at the muffler to your left there, and the condition of that, and the hose clamps on everything.
Everything is incredibly tidy, and also there's lots of room. These Raycor filters are beautiful, like perfectly easy to manage. You should maybe take a peek.
You know that whole hatch is going to come up on the other side of this wheelhouse.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, so you're going to be able to just stand down there. The whole thing will be totally open.
You should see this
overhead.
new format raw water strainer. This guy.
Oh, that's slick.
Yeah, isn't that nice and
Yeah.
new? Goes right to your through hole right there.
Yeah, look at the through holes down here, the white ones.
Oh yeah.
You can't move in down there. You better get out now while you can.
I know that's where you'd put my bunk.
You got to see this. You've just come out of the wheelhouse, and you're stepping down into the saloon. You see these curtains right here?
Oh yeah, your favorite.
I like those. And you can slide that right across there, and one from the other side as well. And you will end up with a private sleeping area here too.
Ah.
So you have some privacy when you turn this into a very large king-size bed right here. This is giant. I do have to rise up, even though it's as comfortable as it is. Of course, when you get into these big cruising boats, you need an ice maker. We have an ice maker right here. And that's very handy. Also, right beside it, there's a 2-drawer freezer and fridge arrangement. And when the boat took the hit, this got locked in place, and they have to repair that. But look at the wonderful satin finish on all the wood. This is very Scandinavian looking, isn't it?
It really is.
It really is. Scandinavian or English. English boats have the same sort of look to it. 3-burner propane with oven, of course. Little lockers up and down. We have a couple of small sinks here. I'd like to have those a little bigger, wouldn't we?
Yeah, on a boat this size, yeah.
They're a little small, but they're set up and they've been winterized. You see a little bit of the antifreeze leaking there. And there's room for food, of course. Everybody wants to know where the food is. And there's some food there, I guess. And here we have regular refrigeration unit, pretty deep, and for long distance freezing possibly. 110 volts all around, right here at eye level. Again, as I said recently, I've discovered the practicality of having a microwave on any size boat, especially with inverters that are available now. Pretty neat, and it doesn't suck up a lot of juice. The forward head, oh, beautifully finished. A lot of headroom, storage, open storage. The head is in the right position. We like that, don't we? Forward and aft. There's no shower in this particular head, Randy. I guess there's a bigger unit aft. We'll see that when we get back there. This head, also notice, is electric. Again, we find this boat ready for winter. Everything's been shoved wherever they could. I can see beyond me, let me see if I can open this up for you a little bit, that we don't have a true V-berth. We have a pretty wide section up there, don't we? Look. No V-berth. We have a filler piece right here, and fabric, very nice fabric, very, very Scandinavian looking, isn't it?
We're not going to make you test that one.
I can't do it. I'd love to do it. I really would. And of course, there's an overhead hatch, and there are no opening port lights here. We have a pretty massive compression post right here by the galley, and we know what that's for, right?
Yeah, we've got a deck-stepped
mast. Various bits of odd storage here. Just if you've got a space, put a lid on it, right? Let's head up to the wheelhouse. Randall, look at this. How's this for a stateroom?
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm going to sit up on this little bench here, and it's there's going to be a cushion that's going to live up here.
Nice to have that walkway on both sides, too.
Nice, exactly. And you know what's nice about that is you can actually come up here and make the bed like a regular human being instead of having to crawl all over it. They've got a great big 25-inch screen right there. There's light all around the cabin in here. And any place they could build in a place for, and this is up high. That's one nice thing about that. Notice how high it is. So your sweaters and dry goods are going to stay dry. And these are mirrored on both sides of this cabin here. Another compression post for the mizzen. And here's something else we haven't seen. Take a look in here.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Now
we have a shower, and we also have a washing machine.
I think
So-
it's a washer or dryer.
It's a washer and a dryer, absolutely. There's also a nice bench here for you to sit and shower. And if somebody's doing that or they're washing clothes and that room is busy,
Oh yeah.
that's on the port side of the boat. You walk by, first of all, look at this, the world's second largest hanging locker. We're going to go by that one. And we're going to go over to the starboard side of the boat. And here we have a separate shower room and another head back here.
It's missing something critical.
Oh, I bet. Let's see. We are missing. Oh my God. How can they shave? Wait, this is nice. 44-foot boat. Great big double flopper here.
Speaking of double flopper,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to see some flopping.
Oh, I'll flop on this without any problem. Look at this. And look what else is here.
You got the contractual pillow.
I got it. Okay. We're golden, baby. Look at this. Oh, Nirvana. Nauticat, you are my new love. Oh,
Seems like
goodness
you're
gracious.
purring with a Nauticat. I'm gonna leave you alone. now.
Good, go away. Ah. This is a boat that I had never been terribly impressed with the general appearance of the boat. She looked kind of high. She had what they used to refer to as sort of a high castle on the, it was called the castle on the old sailing ships in the 17th, 16th century. Then we got on board and suddenly the whole boat and even the high outboard steering station and the inboard steering station, the main sign, this boat had a million square feet of room and living space on it. And I've seen a picture of her under sail and she looks great. She, you know, leaning over a little bit, all the main and the mizzen and the jenny and the staysail are all pulling like crazy, and she's really sailing. But below decks was a surprise. There was just tons of room. It was a great boat, a really neat boat. And I think it's a boat, personally, I would get very used to living on and sailing around. And a great boat to take down the waterway as well. Short spars, and then if you want to go offshore, go to the islands, you'll be comfortable. And oh, what a way to live. So it's a floater. We know she floats. And we know that she's commodious, and I'd give her some room for that. I'm going to give it 10 because she floats, right? We're going to give her 10. Right off the bat, I'm going to give her number 10, another 10 for surprise boat of the year. I was not expecting to like this boat, and I liked it a lot. The uniqueness of the design and the difference from anything we've seen before, and for those people out there who've been looking for a good motor sailor, this is a step beyond a motor sailor. This is a sailor that happens to have a pretty good motor, and you can motor a lot in this boat, so I'm going to give it another 7 for that. There we go. 27, baby. Okay? Thank you for watching.
If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when the next one comes out, please hit the alert bell. And that's not desperate at all. We're having too good a time doing these things, so you can hit the bell or not.
Randy, how would I ever find out what's coming up next?
You can follow us on Instagram here
Yeah.
or Facebook here. We'll have little previews of what's coming up on our next episodes a little bit early.
That's pretty cool. Previews. You all join me. I'm going to Instagram right now, and I'm going to find out what's coming up next week. Thank you very much.
You know, Instagram's not a place.